Hey guys, and welcome to the Bayern View. Hopefully, you guys are all doing well. Yeah, man, we've got another live show. We're back, and yeah, hopefully, you guys are all doing well. Thank you for the support of the channel. We're going to be talking about various things in tonight's live show. There's loads of things to talk about, to be honest with you. But yeah, hopefully, you guys are all doing well. There is a link if you want to call in. There is a link. I just want to make sure it's actually there. Bear with me 1 second. I need to find my channel. I want to hear myself talk. Okay, cool. So there is a link. It does work as well. I'll just click on it myself. If you want to call in, you'll pop up. I'll put you on the screen, and we can have a conversation about some of the transfers and all of that. But yeah, either way, thank you for being in here. If you want to put any questions, put some questions in the chat also. Got a big show tomorrow with Ryan, and then on Friday got a big show as well. Hopefully we'll have a sign-in soon. But yeah, hope you guys are all doing well. Click the link if you want to call in. It's so hot over here in the UK at the moment, which is nice weather, but I was working in it, so not so nice. Right, let's go on to Twitter, though. So obviously Germany played today. I would love nothing more than for the lads not to play. Like, generally, it's like, just have a trip away, man. You know what I mean? But yeah, click the link if you want to call in. Right. So the first thing I want to talk about is I'm going to butcher his name, but I think it's Gvardiol, I believe is how you say his name. And now what we're going to be talking about is him. He obviously is in the thumbnail. There we go. Right, so let me mute that. There we go. So it says here, Bayern have inquired about, is it Joško, I believe is how you say it, Gvardiol, and are informed about his situation. The defender has a 110 million euro release clause valid in 2024. A move to Munich, however, is unlikely due to the extremely high fee. Manchester City are the favourites to get him, and of course they are, because they've got all of that money, haven't they? So that shouldn't surprise anyone, to be honest. If we're being real with it, that really shouldn't surprise anyone. So yeah, that release clause in itself is absolutely ridiculous. Like, it generally is. That release clause is ridiculous. The fact that 110 million, what the heck? It's mad. It's generally nuts. But yeah, again, just to reiterate it, there is a link if you want to click it, and you can come in on the stream with me. Bayern have inquired about him. Nothing else has basically been put there. 110 million, nuts, absolutely nuts. Obviously, it's talking about some of the players. Conrad Laimer, we can talk about Conrad Laimer. What's he have to say? So when was this? This was 4 hours ago. I don't know why it's only just come out now, to be perfectly honest with you. But yeah, either way, so it says, Conrad Laimer says, for me, there's nothing bigger than playing for Bayern, this club. This is a club that always achieves its highest goals. Just like me, I had some shirts hanging in the closet since I was a kid. I had I had six wonderful years in Leipzig. It was time for a new challenge. I didn't think twice about joining Bayern. I really wanted to go there. And then Laimer on his signing photo, he said the photo was taken sometime in the spring. Everyone agreed that the transfer would only be official after the end of the season. Nobody wanted any unrest, and that worked. Bayern became champions, and we won the DFB Pokal. So yeah, man. To be fair, that's why it didn't come out then. On his goal against Bayern in the penultimate match day, he said, what should I have done? Should I have missed? I don't think any player says next next year I'll play for them, so I don't want to win. Yeah, that makes sense. Laimer on his position, he said, I want to be on the pitch. If it's right back, I don't say no. If it's as a striker, I don't say no either. I feel most comfortable in the midfield, but I can also play other positions. I don't think he's actually going to be a striker, by the way. I think he's just, saying. Lemon Nagelsmann no longer being the coach. He said, you can't plan anything in football. I had 6 different coaches in Leipzig in 6 years. That's not a problem. So he's saying it's not a problem that, the manager's not there, which is fair enough. Summer on whether he spoke to Kabul after the end of the season. He said, no, I don't think that's necessary. We have a good relationship. It was a close race, blah, blah, blah. Neuer, apparently Mama Neuer pushed himself into the center of attention at the title celebration. How did you perceive that? Jan Sommer said he is the captain of this team, period. That's why it's his right to be first to hold the trophy, which again I agree with. So it's just Jan Sommer talking some stuff. And then the next thing, bear with me 1 second, guys. I see your comments. The next thing, but for some reason, I'm going to have a main video on this one. So you guys can let me know what you think in the comments, live chat comments, if you're watching this as a video. But yeah, I'm going to have a video coming about this tomorrow morning, so then I'll give you my opinion. But yeah, Bayern have shown interest in Arsenal defender William Saliba. The Frenchman, however, is on the verge of extending his contract with the Gunners. So I don't know if this is true or not. Probably not, to be perfectly honest with you. But he is a good player. Let's just put it that way. And then obviously it's just the big hoo-ha with Lothar Matthäus and Yuri. So yeah, there's not really much news. I know it said that De Ligt is ruled out of the Nations League finals after suffering calf injury in training, which I swear I've seen someone said in before De Ligt news, which is a bit scary. But either way, that's that done. Let's remove that from the screen. Let's go back on the screen. If you've got any questions for me, hit me. I'm guessing you're saying that to the Gvardiol thing. Yeah, it is a bit nuts, isn't it? To be honest, I'm not sure how next season would go with this coach and the transfers, plus what formation the coach would mostly use. Yeah, 100%. 100%. I'd have to agree with that, for real, mate. Welcome in, Dane, as well. Would you sell Sane and Gnabry this summer? Just because of numbers, I'd keep Gnabry. It's not just because he's there. It's not because he's behind me and he's one of my favorite players and all of this. That is a factor, but that's not why I'd keep him. I think his goals are needed. The thing with Leroy Sane, I wish you could push them in as one, because Leroy Sane started brilliantly. And then Serge finished brilliantly, but you can't have that at this club, man. We're one of the top clubs in the world. You can't be doing that. But yeah, maybe it's just who's going to replace them. Isn't Gnabry's goals around the same every year? I'm asking. Yeah. That's what I mean. So like, he's bound to score. You know what I mean? If he's given the opportunity to, What about the interest in Ramos? I'm not really too sure. We can definitely have a look at that quickly. I did see something about it, but I don't know if it's true. We can go. I don't know if it was on here. Let me have a look. Obviously, that Kingsley Coman thing we spoke about. I'm not sure. Right, let's have a look quick. We can have a look quick. Ramos. Right. Let's have a look. See if Fabrizio has said anything more on him. Let's have a look. That was 3 hours ago, but that wasn't Fabrizio. It's just a lot of people talking about it, but it doesn't look like Fabrizio said anything. I don't think anyone said anything, to be honest. Yeah, I'm not really too sure, to be honest with you, on him, to be honest. He would definitely be a good player. What's his stats? How did he do last season? Let's have a look. I don't know though if he's going to come in and just play straight away. That's the only problem. So yeah, he's 21 years old. Played 30 matches in the Portuguese league, and scored 19 goals, 2 assists. So good amount of goals. Scored 7 in the Champions League. And then their cup, he scored a goal in one game, which is obviously a good return. That's what you want to see. So yeah, maybe I'm saying pretty much like Colo or Simone. Yeah. But the only problem is I don't know. Like, I don't want to be disrespectful to Benfica, not at all. But like, is he going to do it? Is he going to come to Bayern and do it straight away? You know, you don't want it to be a situation where Sadio Mane, for instance, we bring in a big player. Now, don't get it twisted. He's only obviously 21 years old. So I just don't know if you bring in a 21-year-old to be the main striker. I guess, you know, look at Haaland, for instance. He's young, isn't he? So maybe you give him that chance. I'm not really too sure on him, to be honest with you. But he has scored goals, 100%. For Upper, what do you mean, like swap? I'm not sure on a swap. Whoever we bring in will take over. Yeah, 100%. That's the problem, though, isn't it? There's so much pressure on them to get the right deal. That's why you obviously had Herbert Heiner the other day. We made a video on it, of course, talking about what am I saying? I'd like the swap. Thing is, they won't do that swap though. I don't see that happening. Sadio is playing out or plays on the wing. Yeah, like with the Ramos deal, I just don't know how much we'd be able to get him for. And again, it's the same. You know, whoever you go and get, it's got to work. You know, it's got to work, right? Let me search Bayern. Fabrizio Romano and Bayern. Let's see what he has to say. Fabrizio Romano provides positive update on Arsenal's chance of signing Declan Rice. Speaking exclusively to Court Offside, he said, "We are still waiting for Arsenal to submit." Are waiting for Arsenal to submit an official proposal, and then we will understand more. Bayern want him. Thomas Tuchel is a massive fan of the player since he was at Chelsea as the manager. But the reality is that the player wants to continue in England, continue in the Premier League, especially London. This is why for Declan Rice, Bayern are there, but they know it is not on the player, not on them. It is on the player, not on them. They are prepared to attack the situation, but they are still waiting for the player, and now Arsenal are ahead. Well, they're always going to be ahead because of the Prem. So, yeah. Benfica won't take less than 80 million. Yeah, I'm not too sure he's worth 80 million, mate. I'm not sure he's worth 80 mil. 100%. Is there any more news? So we spoke about Declan Rice, didn't we? So I don't really know who this is. This guy is Marcel. I don't even know how to say it. Is it Morello? I don't know how to say it. He's only got 2,000 followers on Twitter. I don't know anything about him, to be honest with you. But from what's being put out there, if you believe it, apparently Declan Rice will be spoke about tomorrow in the meeting that the board are gonna have. Apparently, we're considered from a source in Portugal. Bayern are looking at Ramos. I'm not really too sure if I believe that, to be honest with you. I'll read what it says here. So it says Ramos, the player has been promised to Manchester United since January. However, Bayern appears at the moment as the club that shows the greatest interest in signing the player. Real proposes are expected over the next week. Benfica will not sell for less than 8 million. Yeah, I don't see us spending that, to be honest with you. None of them are, but to get a striker, you have to spend 80 to 100. Yeah, 100%. I agree with that. 100%. Yeah, you definitely have to spend money to get this player. I agree with that, for real. Don't really care about the whole situation with Joško Gvardiol and Barcelona, because I think that's all a bunch of crap, to be honest with you. That is what I have seen. Yeah. Same sort of thing, mate. Same sort of thing. Let's go. What's this? So a day ago, it come out saying Bayern Munich to improve offer to Lucas Hernandez, but PSG could push harder. Can Bayern Munich convince Lucas Hernandez to stay? Well, I hope not, to be honest with you. If he doesn't want to be at this club, then I really, really hope not. If I'm being realistic. So yeah, there's that. Well, yeah, exactly. They need to become, just straight immediate starters. Agreed, 100%. Right, where was that tab? So it says Bayern Munich is going to make another attempt to convince defender Lucas Hernandez to stay and extend his contract. According to Sport Bill's journalist Christian Falk and Toby Alaskov, I believe it said, as captured by Aimir Samir on Twitter, Bayern are thinking of pushing their proposal from 3 years to 4 years. Bayern value Lucas Hernandez at €50 million, even though the club does not want to sell him in principle. Further talks with Hernandez are scheduled for next week. Before he goes on vacation, Bayern are ready to improve their offer and give him a 4-year deal. However, Fabrizio Romano is reporting that PSG could be poised to ramp up their efforts on their own side to push Hernandez to make a change. One thing is clear, though: Bayern will not let Hernandez walk away for free next summer. So basically, we will sell him if we need to. FC Bayern expected PSG to attack Lucas Hernandez deal in the next couple of days, as the situation looks very open now after the management change. No intention to lose him on a free next year. So basically, if anything, we are going to sell him. Osimhen, yeah, he'd be my favourite as well. The only reason I've stopped even thinking about Osimhen to buy him, where did I put my drink? Going mad. That is. The only reason I've stopped thinking of Osimhen to buy him is generally just because of the money. I don't see us getting him. And I would like Vlahovic, to be honest with you. Again, I'll say it a couple more times. If you do want to call in, please do call in. The price tag, for real. Which is your... Right. Which is your favourite striker to buy, and do you think we will make? I don't think we'll make him a starter. I think he deserves a chance, 100%. I don't think Thomas Tuchel rates him at all. I really don't. That's why there was a whole thing of him being linked to go out on loan. At the same time, though, I think he deserves a chance. There was a tweet I seen a couple of days ago, and it was him saying that even if he doesn't get many chances, he's going to stay. And with the chances he does get, he'll try to improve. How can you hate that mentality from such a young lad? Do you know what I mean? Which is your favourite striker to buy? I would love Osimhen. I think he'd be brilliant. But if not Osimhen, then Vlahovic. That would be what I would go with. Gvardiol, too expensive. Probably don't know why. Some say Rice to Arsenal deal is done. Alexander, I don't think it's done. I don't think the deal is done with Declan Rice. They haven't even put in an offer yet. I don't think that's true at all. If I'm being honest with you, not at all. It is Coutinho's birthday. Happy birthday to him. I don't know why people are saying that, to be honest. But he is perfect the way he's got the ball headed into the game, and Yeah, exactly, 100%. Because he favours Arsenal. Well, yeah, of course he favours Arsenal because they're in the Prem. You know what I mean? Realistically, if Chelsea didn't get Enzo Fernandez, I think obviously Arsenal would have got him, so he would have been one of those. But I generally think if Chelsea come in, Declan Rice would go there straight away. If Tuchel gets sacked in the winter, who would you like to be as his replacement? It's a hard one. There's not many managers out there. I would love Julian back, to be honest with you. I think the problem with Julian Nagelsmann right now is that I think that ship sailed. They'd have to do a lot of groveling to him. Of course, the main two men that sacked him have gone. So I generally would like him. I don't know. I really, really don't know. I know the Brighton manager's looking really good, but is that because of the players he's got? Will he be able to, I don't mean to be disrespectful. Congratulations to him for pushing Brighton how much he has. But I don't know, would he be able to take Bayern Munich to the next level, you know what I mean? Hansi Flick ain't going to come back. I wish, but he ain't going to come back. Not a chance. Flick ain't coming back. Just don't see that happening. Yeah, me too. Yeah, 100%. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys are thinking. Flick would be brilliant. It's just not going to happen. That's the only problem with it. It's just not going to happen. Yeah, exactly, 100%. I got worried Kimmich would leave with Julian. Nah, I don't. I generally, I don't want to say this. This is a wooden frame, so I'm going to touch wood. Fingers crossed, what I'm about to say doesn't happen. But with Joško Kimmich, the problem with Joško Kimmich, there isn't one. But the problem with Joshua is I don't think the club can sell him because they wouldn't be, even if they spent 200 million, they ain't going to be able to replace him. If you get a De Jong in, he's a different type of player. If you get in a Rodri, different type of player. Casemiro, different type of player. You know what I mean? So he is like a one-of-one type of player. Of course, he's got similarities to other teams, other players, but he is kind of like a one-of-one player, if that makes any sense. So yeah, that's that. Saliba is one of the most impressive centre backs. Yeah, I would love Saliba. I've watched Arsenal a couple of times this season, and he is very, very good. Very young as well. Yeah, man, we definitely need some better scouts. For me, we need to be getting some of these big players, like these young players, put them out on loan, get them back. Thing is, Bayern Munich loan deals don't normally work though. That's the only problem. It normally goes down the pan. He would have won Arsenal the league if he hadn't gotten injured. Maybe. It takes a strong coach to coach Bayern with all the stress, 100%. And the thing is, you've got pressure on you because I think the pressure would have died down a little bit on the league if we didn't win it every single year, but we are winning it every single year, 11 years in a row now. So if you don't win the league, there's massive pressure on you to be sacked anyway. And like I've said from the start, for me personally, I don't want Thomas Tuchel, but it's not necessarily anything to do with him, other than I don't like I don't like his play style or anything like that. But at the same time, it's more of a, I don't know, how would you say it? Like I never wanted him in the first place, if that makes any sense. Bear with me 1 second. I have seen it, mate. Bear with me 1 second. Let's speak about that. We definitely need to win the Champions League next season. A double next season would be a success for me, and then we build from that. If we get in a CDM, who that would be, I don't know. And the striker, maybe a couple other players, as well as the free transfers. then we definitely should have we need a good campaign. The last couple of campaigns, to be honest, all of the campaigns since we won the thing haven't been good enough, to be honest. So yeah, I believe Tao can break in the squad in 100%. He is he's a good player. He just needs the chances. He's got the right mentality. I'll tell you that. He's a young lad and he's got that right mentality. Sell Bonassar first. I don't know why we still haven't sold him, to be perfectly honest. And let Leipzig keep their best players. Yeah, right. Bear with me 1 second. I do have the tab up. I'll read it in a second. I wonder how long Bayern will keep Saar, the defender. Bayern fans want him gone. Yeah, 100%. What's your Guevara? I think he's a good player. I'm guessing you mean the Napoli lad. Very good player. I would like him to do it. I don't want him to be a one-season wonder. And if he was to come to Bayern and fail, he would be that one-season wonder. So I think generally he should stay at Napoli for another year, maybe 2, and just keep building on what he's already doing there, to be honest with you. Is Vlahovic a good option? Yes, 100%. Vlahovic is a very good option. Similar to De Ligt, I would just hope that if he was to come in, we can get him back to his best. You got to remember, of course, Bayern haven't been playing that good, but Bayern still have goals. You know what I mean? We might have lost Lewandowski and not have a striker, but let's bear with me 1 second. Where is it? No, not Bayern News. Bundesliga table. We might have. I don't know what I'm saying. Lost Lewandowski, but we still scored 92 goals in the league. You know what I mean? That's only in 34 games, which is ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. So, if you were to bring in a striker, some of those crosses from whoever is gonna, probably get on Vlahovic's head and go in the goal, as well as other stuff. So, 100%, yeah. I think he's a great option. I would just love Bayern to hurry up, to be honest. Yes, they have to take their time, but just don't take the piss with it. Right, let's see what Fabrizio said then. So here it is. So it says, Fabrizio put this out 4 minutes ago. FC Bayern have rescheduled their Rafa Guerreiro contract signing day. It will take place after the international break. Deal 100% agreed until June 2026. It will be announced soon. Why have we pushed it back? I don't really understand. Why? I don't really. What's that about Lewandowski? Lewandowski on that. Okay, so talking about Saudi bids. I don't know why we pushed it back. That's really weird. That's really strange. To me, losing Lucas is very important. He was quality on that left side. That only Joshua can replicate, but I don't think we should spend 100 million on a defender anyway. Yeah, it's just more the fact that if he's not going to want to stay at the club, then he should go, because you need to be able to play for this badge. This badge here. You know what I mean, with all the stars on, and there's stars on it for a reason. Because look at Kingsley Coman today. Kingsley Coman has been saying that he wants to stay here and be a legend here and be known as a legend. And that's what you want to hear, man. Not, PSG are coming for me, and then he's going and running off. You know what I mean? I just got in, I take Saliba. 100%. 100%. So yeah, welcome in YouTubes, mate. Hopefully you've had a good day. So basically the news on Saliba, there isn't really much of news, but it basically is saying that we are looking at him. The sources aren't necessarily anything spectacular French sources, so it's probably BS. But they're basically just saying that we've showed interest in William Saliba, but it looks like he's going to sign a brand new deal. Expect someone to swoop in for Guerreiro. Yeah, that would be annoying. That would be really annoying. It would be really annoying because, I just hope that deal's done. I hope the contract has been signed, because then there's no way you can go, surely. If the there, we should get. I would have loved the Bamiyang years ago, not anymore. I think he's lost a little bit of pace, to be honest with you. I think he generally wants to go back to Barcelona. Why he left there, I don't know. I know there's something to do with like a robbery or something, but I would have loved him years ago, but not now. His Arsenal days, I would have liked him then. But obviously, time's a major factor, and obviously we had Levy there, so it's all if buts and maybes really. YouTube says he agrees with NS. Yeah, no, I understand it 100%. I respect him so much for what. Yeah, 100%. 100%. Yeah, Kingsley Coman is a he is a king himself. Fantastic player, been brilliant, to be perfectly honest. And yeah, no, I agree. I don't really. When does the thingy-mabobby when does it end? Because like I'm not a massive fan of the whole, like, yeah, I don't understand. We should get that Mexican striker. Are you on about the Wolves striker? I don't think he's good enough, mate. If I'm being 100%, I don't even know. Obviously, he had that really bad accident, didn't he? With David Luiz. So yeah, I don't think he's good enough, to be honest with you. Where is he? He's a good player, but yeah, Raul Jimenez. I'm not sure he'd be Bayern caliber. I know Man United were looking at him for years. Let's look at his stats. So his Premier League stats, he didn't even score. He played 15 matches and didn't score. He's 32 years old as well, by the way. Yeah, he's not good enough. Not for Bayern. Not for me. Should we go for Tonali if Rice still fit? I think we should just go for Tonali anyway. Like, the only reason we're not going in for any other player is because of the manager, which is frustrating. And of course, get the manager what he wants. Because no matter if I'm in, out, shake it all about, whatever. Thomas Tuchel is the manager. That's simple. There's nothing I could do about that. But like, you've got to give him what he wants for him to succeed. Otherwise, you're just going to sack him, and it's going to be a waste of time. That's why I don't want him now, and I want him sacked before the end of the season, because giving him over 100 million just for him to be sacked, you know what I mean? But yeah, we definitely need to give him what he wants. But yeah, go for Tonali. I think that would be brilliant. But Italian players, just like Declan Rice with English players, a lot of Italian players like to stay in their own league. Yeah, what about Lukaku? He will be better than. I didn't realize what you were saying, but I know what you mean. No, the younger Mexican guy. Oh, I don't know too much about him, to be honest with you, mate. So I wouldn't really want to say anything. I don't think Tuchel will bring the best out of Vlahovic, as Nagelsmann is who brings the best out of. Yeah, I agree with you. Jimenez wasn't the same after that horrible head injury. Yeah, man, 100%. What's this? Liam is warming up on Tuchel. Are you watching the same? Are you watching the same person? Do I have to turn my camera off and put it back on? I'm not sure if you're. Yeah, I'm not sure. Not sure what you're smoking, mate. Definitely not. Tuchel in. Definitely not. Definitely not. Nowhere near. Nowhere near. Right, let's carry on though. So yeah, that was about Lucas Hernandez. Let's see if there's any other news. So that's obviously about the Germany game. Bayern Munich inquires about Carvalho. Obviously, we just said that. We spoke about that. They're Upamecano. For some reason, there's a thing being put out today. Is there Upamecano angling for a transfer away from Bayern Munich? I think people like this come out from Plentenberg as well. I don't even know why. I think people are just generally scrapping for things to talk about at this point, to be honest with you. Yeah, like I don't know if yeah, I don't know. Right. I don't know. We should bring Hansi Flick back. If only, mate. So would be great. He's young, a traditional striker, and would be cheap. Definitely look. Okay, I will. 100%. From Tuchel out to Tuchel, give him what he wants. Is progress? No. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying in the fact of there's nothing I can do about keeping him, because if it was up to me, he would have been sacked the day that he was to sign that paper. I would have burnt it there and then. That's what I'm saying. You got me all wrong. No, not happening. I would go for Saliba, but if he extends, that's exactly, 100%, exactly. He won the league with. I'm not really too sure too much about him, mate. I would need Bob for that. Do you actually know Tuchel? I can't even. I generally am having a worst day of reading comments. That Kingsley Coman video nearly killed me with how much words it is. My dyslexia is just killing me. Right, let's try and read this again. Do we actually know Tuchel will continue with a back four? Hence the DM. This team and the players are more set for a back three. Yeah. And maybe that's why we're trying our best to keep Lucas Hernandez. Because, of course, Lucas is more of a back. I would say he was better in a back three. The only problem is who's going to be the other centre-back? Because if you put in... If that's the case, then we need to get a centre-back anyway. Because let's just put it this way. Stanisic is there to play at centre-back if we need him. Very reliable when we need him. Play centre-back, left-back, right-back. Then you've got Hernandez. You've got Pavard. He's probably going to go. Upa, De Ligt, Hernandez, and Stanisic. That's 4 centre-backs. You can't play a back three with 4 centre-backs. And there's no way he's playing Mazzari at centre-back. I'd be gobsmacked if I see that happen. I really don't know what he's going to do with that one. And the top goal scorer in the Europa League. Oh, okay. Do you think Julian Nagelsmann should have been sacked? No. No, I'll get onto that in a second. I'll come back to that one. Yes, that's exactly my point on Lucas for a back three. Yeah. Maybe that is why we're trying to keep him, because we need him for that back three system. The only problem for me is I don't think we've got enough centre-backs, because if Lucas gets injured, one of the other lads gets injured or red carded, we're screwed. So we would have to go for another centre-back. Now, you're not going to play... Surely you're not going to play Carrero at centre-back, and you're not going to play... I don't want to say too much, because I know that we did play Kimmich at centre-back at one point. So, I'll come back to your comment, David. One second, mate. We need to start playing a 4-3-3. It's the most balanced formation in the UCL. 100%. Having the wingers, the strikers, the midfield. 100%. I agree with you. We just won't do it. If we want to dominate Europe, let's play through. Yeah, look, you're in. You're in with each other, 100%. Do you think that even if he lost, we should have kept backing him like City does with Pep? Okay, so I think that's going back to this comment. Do you think Nagelsmann should have been sacked? No, not at all. Bear with me one sec. Show over there. No, he shouldn't have been sacked. If we go and look at his stats, I know a lot of people don't like stats, and I get it. I get why people don't like stats, because it just is what it is. If we go over to the stats though, let me zoom in, because I am not going to be able to see that otherwise. So let's get rid of this ad. So stat wise, Julian Nagelsmann managed 37 games for Bayern. Out of 37 games, that's the DFB Pokal, it's the DFB Super Cup, it's the Champions League and the Bundesliga. So all 4 competitions, obviously DFL Super Cup, all 4 competitions. You know what I mean? He managed, right? And in those, he won 27 games, 7 draws, and 3 losses. Now, don't get it twisted. Before that, the season before that, we had 7 draws and he managed 32 games. So it's about average for him, to be perfectly honest with you, if we're being real. But like, I don't think he should be sacked for winning 27 games. You know, we lost 3 games in the Bundesliga. 3. Not 8 or 10 or 12 or anything like it's ridiculous. It generally is. It's like, I don't understand, to be honest with you. Where Thomas Tuchel has lost 2 in the league. We obviously drew 1. He's also lost 2 in the Champions League. Wait, what? How can it say he's lost 2 in the Champions League? I'm really confused. We only played 2 games. Okay, I don't think that's right. But then obviously we got knocked out of the DFB Pokal as well. So no, I don't think Julian Nagelsmann should have been sacked. He won 27 games, 7 draws and some losses in there. So yeah, there's that. Do you think that we? Yeah, okay, I read that one, didn't I? Yes, I agree with the 4-3 with a new DM. Yep, Musiala on the wing, Gravenberch in a free midfield with Kimmich and Rice would be interesting. I like Kimmich in the midfield, but it's all preference, isn't it? 100%, it's all preference. Just imagine this midfield, Rice or any other DM with Kimmich and Gravenberch, and later De Jong. Yeah, wow. You know, we can all dream, can't we? 100%. Kimmich, Rice, Musiala. Again, balling. Absolutely boring. Balling, sorry. I didn't say, but I said boring. I didn't mean to say it. Musiala shouldn't be in the midfield. He should play a left wing and Coman on the right wing. I like him as 10, to be honest, but that's just my personal opinion. I truly believe that if Julian Nagelsmann had used his lineups that he used against PSG, against City, we give City a 100%. We would have given them a game. I agree with that. 100%. I agree with that. You know, City were there to be beaten. They really, really were. Like, look at the Inter Milan game. You know what I mean? Let's be realistic with it. You know, yes, they won the treble. Congratulations to them. Screw them at the same time. But like, yeah, it's annoying. It's very, very annoying. But whatever. Yeah, we could have given them a run for their money, 100%, because, you know, at the end of the day, they were there to be beaten. Inter Milan nearly drew with them. We could have beaten them if we had a better manager, or have Thomas Tuchel earlier. You know what I mean? If you're having second thoughts about Julian Nagelsmann, sack him. You know, he won us the league. If they were thinking of it, they should have just sacked him there and then. So yeah, I don't really know what to think of that one, to be honest. With Julian Nagelsmann, we would have parked the bus in the first leg and either won 1-0 or lost 1-0 and won at home. Exactly. And that's the problem. Like, yeah. And Napoli has a better squad than City. I'm not sure about that one. City's team is ridiculous. I think Napoli played brilliantly this season, but City have been doing it for seasons upon seasons with some of the players that they've got. So, but yeah. Yeah, so let's get back to this Paletti goal stuff, though. So Paletti goal put out, when was this put out? This was put out today at 12, saying Dayot Upamecano has no intention of leaving FC Bayern despite several inquiries from top clubs. The Frenchman is not unhappy with his situation at Munich. I don't know why we're trying to get rid Why we're trying to get rid of. I mean, why some people want to get rid of him. I understand he had like the whole bullshit with City, but you know, I mean, you're telling me Sergio Ramos had 10 out of 10 games every single game because I'm calling bullshit on that one. I am glad City won the treble to shut the United fans up about their 99 treble at Bayern's expense. Yeah, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. I agree with on Nagelsmann. Yeah, 100%. To be honest, City isn't that good. It's just that a lot of big teams are going through transition and rebuilding. Yeah, I seen the tweet earlier, and I did reply to it. Let me have a look. I can't remember off the top of my head what I said, and I want to read it word for word. Replies. So where is it? So yeah, this City fan put out saying no one will ever credit the City treble, but to be honest, we don't care. We beat our biggest rival, Man United, chased down the best Arsenal team down, played Bayern Madrid on the way to the UCL final. These are great achievements. Now they won it, and that's all that matters is that they won it. But I replied to that saying, yeah, a crap Bayern and a crap Real Madrid, because the Real Madrid they went against was not the Real Madrid that beat them to go on and win the damn final. So yeah, I'm not really too sure what that man's smoking, to be honest. Any chance Haaland comes to Bayern after Pep's contract runs out in 25 and maybe Mbappe goes to Madrid? No, probably not, mate. I think he's probably I think that ship's probably sailed. I would love to say yes, but I generally think that if we were going to get him, we would have got him when we had the chance to be honest. If I'm being 100%. So yeah, while City can just go and buy every player in their prime, 100%, 100%, yeah. You know, teams go through transitions. You have to build buy young players and build them up and all of this. And City are just there like checkbook. But yeah, Alexander, I would love Mbappe, but number one, he would rip our transfer budget up. He just would rip it a new one. Our wage budget, transfer budget and wage budget, they would all get destroyed. If you haven't already, though, please do smash the thumbs up, hit the subscribe button on the channel. Thank you for the constant support on the channel, guys. We'll do what? 13 more minutes, and then we'll bounce out of here. But yeah, thank you for the constant support, guys. Big show tomorrow with Ryan. See what Ryan's got to say, and then we'll go. Then we go obviously every day, but then obviously we'll be speaking to Ryan again on Friday, and there's a big show coming. I'm not going to spoil it though. If Pep leaves City, where does he go? Maybe back to Barcelona. I always fancied him with PSG just because of their open checkbook, but I don't know if he'll go there. Maybe he might win them a couple of actual thingy titles. Well, Gravio, I can't ever say his name. Gravio? I don't know how to say it. We need a striker and a good winger. Yeah, no, I know what you mean, 100%. Pep will leave City in 2 seasons, apparently. He probably will leave. He's won everything now, hasn't he? He's just obviously leaving a legacy there, isn't he? To be perfectly honest with you. Okay, no, talking to somebody else, not talking about me. Do you remember we played a pre-season against City under Nagelsmann? Yeah. But again, that's only pre-season, isn't it? No, scores 3 on this City team. Finally here, welcome in, mate. Hopefully you're doing well, lad. But yeah, let me know what you guys are thinking. Any more questions, throw them in there, and then we'll get out of here. But again, thank you for the support. I don't even know how many subscribers we're on now. The channel's just growing. 1,005. 1,505. Wow. Just madness. Absolute madness. So thank you. Another preseason game against City coming up next month in Tokyo. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I'm going to try my best to get a collaboration with that. Not with the game, I mean with someone as a City fan, and bring them on the channel. and see what they're saying. Of course, they're going to be happy they won the league and won everything, didn't they? Well, not everything, but you know what I mean. We need a striker first, then a centre back, then worry about the wingers and DMs. Yeah, we definitely need a striker, 100%. 2020 Bayern beats the City team. Oh, without a doubt. The 2013 team beats that City team as well. I agree. We also lack a wing. Only Coman played better. Yeah. I just think with Serge, the only problem is with Serge is just he's guaranteed goals. You know what I mean? It's please don't bring a delusional City fan in here. Don't worry, mate. Don't worry. We'll be talking about that game. I'm not going to be going on about their treble because I couldn't give a toss about their treble, to be honest. Do you want this? Yeah, no, I don't care about their treble. Couldn't give a toss. But yeah, any more questions, guys? Let me know. It's boiling over in the UK at the moment. I think it's like 20 odd, like 26, 27 in this place. Oh, too hot, way too damn hot. Sweating. Genuinely. That's my drink. But yeah, we'll be talking about that game anyway. We won't be talking about their treble because I couldn't give a toss about their treble. Where you buying jerseys from? If you mean like the kits that I have, I always buy them. I bought a couple of kits when we were in Germany, but mainly I just buy all my kits from Adidas, the Adidas store, shop, whatever you want to say, online, whatever. We need a winger like Grealish because we already have fast-paced wingers that just take their man on 100%. Yeah, and we need someone that's going to necessarily cross and get on Vlahovic's head if obviously he's the guy we bring in 100%. It has been raining for 2 days here in Canada, in Toronto. Please, I need a ticket. I need a ticket. It's too hot over here, mate. I'm definitely a winter person. I wear shorts all year round. Even when it's cold, I don't really feel the cold in my legs. But the heat, I can't handle it. I don't like being sweaty. It's disgusting. I hate it. Absolutely hate it. I would sell Sadio and go for Osimhen. You're not going to get too much from him, mate. Though, you know what I mean. If this is Sadio Mane that plays for Liverpool, then 100%, mate, 100%. I'd sell Sadio Mane and go for Osimhen. But this is a shit Osimhen. This is a shit Sadio Mane, so you're not going to get much for Osimhen. Jeez, I don't even know what I'm saying. Chiesa, what do you think? Yep, 100%. If the rumours are true about 35, 40 million, 110%. 110%. Don't worry about this YouTube guy just saying give Mane another year. We don't need to worry about him. But yeah, Chiesa, 100%. If we can get him, for real. What do you think about Laimer? I think he's a good player. I think he's very versatile. I think, to be perfectly honest, I'm happy that we haven't bought him. And it's more of a free transfer. Otherwise, it would have been a bit underwhelming, to be honest. But same with Guerrero. It's a free transfer. We'll take it. Tell Saudi Arabia that Mane is our best player and we get him for 100. Yeah, 100%. If that was the case, then yeah, 100% if that was the case. If we could do that, then I'm all for it. Yeah, he scored like 45 goals, broke all the records. We won all of this. You know what I mean? Just sell them a dream, a pipe dream. The problem is all of these Saudis, they might have big money, but there's a reason they have big money, not just oil. A lot of the time, the reason they have big money is because they're smart with it. That's the problem. YouTube, he is not 23 or 24 years old. He is 31. No second chances for him. Bring in CR7 for a season. I generally would have liked to see what would have happened with Ronaldo at Bayern. He definitely has fallen off a cliff. Don't get it twisted. Same as Messi, though. By the way, Messi just played brilliantly with that Argentina team. But yeah, 100%. I would have loved to see what Ronaldo would have done with us. The problem is Juventus are in their mistake, all of their bullshit now because they signed Ronaldo. You know what I mean? So he might have done that massive game against Juve, massive game against Atletico Madrid for Juve in the Champions League, getting them back in it, knocking Madrid out, Athletic out again, and all of the other things that he's done. But he has generally destroyed that club from inside, and I don't think he necessarily meant to. And of course, they obviously went and signed him because obviously scored that overhead kick against them the year prior, didn't they? I think Goretzka and Gnabry will leave. I don't think either of them will leave, but if it's right and we get the right money for them, then 100%, mate, 100%. Mane is not the same. He should not get another year. Also, he starts fights, and that's not the mentality. 100%, 100%. Yeah, I agree. Make sure to smash the thumbs up, like I said. Hit the subscribe button. Thank you for the support on the channel, guys. As always, showing the support. Big up to everyone. Again, we'll be back tomorrow with another stream and all of that one. But yeah, just to reiterate what we have been speaking about in this particular stream, in case anybody has just tuned in. Basically, we are inquiring about Gvardiol, but nothing in it. You know, he's got a ridiculous release clause that will be valid for next year, which is 110 million euros. We're not going to go for that. And Man City look like they're in the main position for that one. And then Saliba, the thing with Saliba is we're looking at him, but he's probably going to sign a brand new deal. So yeah, realistically, where do you see us getting to next season? Stupid of Brazo to get Mane last year, for real. It's crazy, isn't it? Because like that Liverpool team was still charging with Mane, and then you take that Mane out of that team. Of course, he's familiar. You know, he's been in England for years prior, all of that, and obviously he's familiar with Klopp's system, the players, all of that. I get it. But you take him out of that team, and put him on our team, he's been shit. But then you take him out of that Liverpool team, and they just generally, you know, fall off a cliff. You mean in the Champions League? Realistically, if we get all of our signings, a striker, a DM, and then whoever else, hopefully semis, if not win the thing. I think that's what we generally need. But I generally could see quarters get knocked out in the quarters again if we don't. If I'm being honest, if Wirtz doesn't come to Bayern, where does he go? Excuse me, sorry. I'm not really too sure, to be perfectly honest with you. I see Wirtz going to the Prem and flop like Havertz. There'd be no reason for him to go there, though, would there? Semis or final loss. Yeah, I'd rather not get to the final there if we're going to lose, if I'm being honest with you, because that would just be absolutely horrible, to be honest. Mbappe will solve 8% of our problems. Yeah, but make loads more problems. Mane played better with Julian Nagelsmann when he was the coach, 100%. Don't get it twisted. There's a reason those two men got sacked, and it was for a damn good reason, 100%. We need an old school striker like Mario Gomez, yeah. I think that would probably be Vlahovic, to be honest. But either way, I'm going to get out of here, guys. Thank you for the constant support on the channel. We did 58 odd minutes. And yeah, so yeah, with that said, that's going to be it for the stream. Hopefully, guys are all doing well. Smash the thumbs up if you have enjoyed. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. And until then, we'll be back for more videos tomorrow. I'm going to have a video on William Saliba and give you my opinion, as well as Gvardiol. And then, yeah, we'll go from there. But yeah, until then, Mia Samia. Peace out.